Imagine this. Tomorrow morning your boss calls you into the office. He smiles, then says, "Congratulations. You're getting a raise. Your salary jumps by 40%. You walk out feeling unstoppable. You celebrate. Maybe you order expensive food. Maybe you finally buy that new phone. Maybe you even start browsing for a better apartment. Life feels different. 6 months later, you check your bank account, and somehow, nothing has changed. You're still waiting for payday, still stressed, still wondering where all your money went. How is that possible? How can someone earn more, yet still feel broke? Because the problem was never your income. It was something much deeper, something almost nobody teaches in school. Today, we're going to uncover one of the biggest financial traps in modern life. A trap that quietly steals millions of dollars from ordinary people over their lifetime. And once you understand it, you'll never look at money the same way again. Most people believe this simple equation: more income equals more wealth. Sounds logical, but reality tells a completely different story. There are doctors living paycheck to paycheck, professional athletes who go bankrupt, lottery winners who lose everything. At the same time, there are teachers, electricians, small business owners, who quietly become millionaires. How? Because income creates opportunity. Habits create wealth. And those are two completely different things. There's a silent enemy waiting every time your income increases. It's called lifestyle inflation. Here's how it works. You receive a raise. Instead of saving the extra money, you upgrade your life. A nicer car, a larger house, more expensive vacations, premium subscriptions, better restaurants, designer clothes. None of these purchases seem dangerous by themselves, but together, they quietly consume every extra dollar you earn. Suddenly, your new lifestyle becomes your normal lifestyle. Now you need the higher income just to maintain the same feeling. You're earning more, but you're no richer. Think of a hamster running inside a wheel. It runs faster, uses more energy, works harder, but never actually moves forward. Many people spend decades doing exactly that. Work harder, earn more, spend more, repeat, without realizing they're trapped. Wealth isn't measured by how much money enters your life. It's measured by how much stays. Let's imagine two friends, Alex and Daniel. Both earn $50,000 per year. Alex spends nearly everything. Daniel saves just 20%. 5 years later, Alex gets promoted. Now he earns $90,000. Great news. But he immediately upgrades everything. Luxury apartment, luxury car, luxury lifestyle. Daniel also receives raises. But instead of increasing his spending, he increases his investments. 10 years later, Alex earns almost twice as much. Yet Daniel has a six-figure investment portfolio. Who is actually richer? The one with the bigger paycheck? Or the one whose money keeps growing while he sleeps? Here's a mindset shift. Imagine every dollar you own is an employee. You can fire it by spending it, or you can hire it by investing it. Good employees work every day without complaining, without asking for vacations, without calling in sick. That's exactly what invested money does. It keeps working, even while you're asleep. The question is, how many employees are working for you right now? Most people think wealth comes from earning. Actually, wealth comes from this simple formula: income minus spending plus investing multiplied by time. Time is the secret ingredient. Even small investments become powerful when given enough years. That's why starting early often beats starting big. One of the biggest surprises you'll discover is this: many wealthy people don't look wealthy. They drive reliable cars, wear simple clothes, live below their means. Meanwhile, someone driving a luxury car may actually owe the bank hundreds of thousands of dollars. Appearances can be expensive. Assets are often invisible. Real wealth is quiet. Debt is loud. Psychologists once performed an experiment. Children were given one marshmallow. They had two choices: eat it immediately, or wait. If they waited, they would receive two marshmallows. Years later, researchers discovered something fascinating. The children who learned to delay gratification generally performed better in many areas of life. Money works the same way. Every unnecessary purchase asks one question: do you want happiness now or freedom later? People often search for one big financial breakthrough, a lucky investment, a huge promotion, a winning lottery ticket. But wealth usually grows differently. One good decision, repeated thousands of times, bringing lunch instead of buying it, investing automatically every month, avoiding unnecessary debt. reading instead of scrolling, learning instead of complaining. Small choices, massive results. Imagine two people. One spends everything trying to impress strangers. The other quietly builds investments. After 20 years, one owns expensive memories. The other owns financial freedom. Remember this. Looking rich and being rich are completely different goals. Choose wisely. Many people think financial freedom means private jets, luxury mansions, exotic vacations. But real financial freedom is much simpler. It's having enough money to make decisions without fear, to leave a toxic job, to help your family, to take a break when you're burned out, to choose your future. Freedom isn't about buying everything. It's about not being forced into anything. Imagine building a house. You don't start with decorations. You start with the foundation. Money works the same way. Emergency fund, investments, skills, income streams. Then, lifestyle. Most people reverse the order, and that's why their financial house eventually cracks. You don't need to change your entire life today. Improve just 1%. Save an extra $20. Read 10 pages. Learn one new skill. Invest one small amount. Those tiny improvements compound, just like money. Picture yourself 10 years from now. Imagine opening your investment account, seeing years of consistent growth, knowing every small sacrifice helped create that moment. Now imagine the opposite. 10 years passed. Nothing changed. Same financial stress. Same excuses. The difference between those two futures starts today. So here's today's challenge. For the next 30 days, track every dollar you spend. Ask yourself one question before every purchase. Will this make me richer or only look richer? If the answer is obvious, make the better choice. Again and again and again. Because wealth isn't built in one day. It's built one decision at a time. Remember this. Higher income doesn't guarantee wealth. Better habits do. Money doesn't change who you are. It simply reveals your habits. Start building habits that your future self will thank you for. $1, one investment, one decision, one day at a time. Because the goal isn't just earning more. The goal is keeping more, growing more, and eventually, living a life where money works harder than you do. If you found this video valuable, consider subscribing for more practical lessons on building wealth, developing powerful money habits, and creating financial freedom, one step at a time. And remember, build skills, create value, live freedom,